Speaking of hot,
Yeah.
we got Nevada's own, man. FernNV is in the building.
Envy of envy.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all?
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Thank you guys for having me on the set. It's dope.
Hey, man, I think it's dope that you came all the way from Nevada down here, Vegas.
Yeah, it's a drive out here.
It's representing, man, representing, and you're super talented.
Thank you.
I was bumping your music since the beginning. Shouts out to Mr. Little One. He reached out to me.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, yeah, man, just send me his Instagram. And I started tapping in, and I was like, okay. I tuned into, I think, every single track you have,
Nice.
just to better understand you. And you're here, man. Doesn't it feel comfortable being here?
Man, you guys hospitable for sure.
Why do you think is that, man?
You guys are just funny. You guys remind me of my own kinfolk.
That's you, G. That's you. As soon as you came in, I started cracking jokes with you, man. And that's you, man. I like the hat. I like the LA hat. But you
Yes,
are
sir.
from the 775?
Yeah, I'm from Reno, Nevada.
Shouts out to Reno, man.
Yes,
I know
sir.
it's hotter over there than here, right?
It gets really hot and really cold.
Shit, man. I know.
What time of year do you get like in between? Like not that hot, not that cold.
Like the fall and the spring is the best time in Reno.
the best time around.
Yeah,
is
so
it?
it's like
Wow.
anywhere from like maybe September to November, fall, and then like maybe April to June is like
Yeah.
spring. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Didn't Nevada have like a recent plague of like grasshoppers, some kind of grasshoppers? All
Yeah,
over
then those were like Carson City, maybe like 30 minutes south of Reno.
Oh, okay. But you heard about it, right?
Yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
bro.
There's a lot of protein, man, on the floor just for free.
Shit, like carne asada, a bunch of grasshoppers all day, homie.
Carne
Yeah,
asada.
kebabs, you know, grass
Protein.
kebabs.
Hey, I remember when there was like these type of things that would happen, and a lot of the preachers and the pastors would go out in the streets. These are biblical times, and then start come out and preaching. And this was before the internet. Don't judge me for being old. Don't judge me, Cookie. You're looking at me. You're judging.
No, I'm not judging you.
He's remembering those times
He's
too.
remembering too. I'm just,
Back in
I'm
my
rolling
day.
with you. I'm just,
Remember reading the newspaper?
Yep.
But yeah, no, those times would happen, and we'd have these natural disasters. And I remember the people would come out and be like, "Estos son los últimos días del mundo." But no, thank you for being here with us, man. And tell us about what got you into making hip hop, because I know a lot of your music, which we're gonna get into it in a minute, and it's very message driven.
Okay.
And it's I like the way you phrase certain things. But tell us how you got into hip hop.
Thank you. So yeah, I pretty much got into music as a hobby. That's what it was, basically. Just initiated as me just, being given the program, the resources, and kind of playing with it, going about it from there.
Yeah. Would you download beats, or would you hear music on the radio and try to spin it your own way? Would you freestyle? Would you write? How was your approach to making a song?
So my first, my first intro to the whole music industry, if you will, is when I got FL Studio from one of my uncles.
Yeah,
he just
Fruity
gave
Loops.
it to me. He's like, "Here, man, go ahead and just play with this." I'm like, "All right," download it to my computer, and I just kind of went about it from there. And then my uncles would do like freestyles on Sundays, at the carne asadas, whatever.
yeah.
BBQ, start drinking, and they're like, everybody feel confident. I'm Lil Wayne. But they, I just kind of was around that all the time. So all right, cool. When I get older, I'm gonna start jumping in with y'all.
Hell yeah.
That was kind of just
Has
it.
that happened?
I used to do a lot of freestyles when I was younger. Now I don't. I just kind of, at least not over beats. If I do, it's acapella. It's,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just keep the tools sharpened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a trip, huh? You're freestyling. I'm like, I'm gonna save these bullets for a song. I'm gonna save this verse for a song.
For real.
So when you write, do you write to a concept in your head, or do you write to the beat? How do you approach that?
It varies, but 'cause sometimes I'll just be in the car listening to say a song, and I really like the tempo or the beat or maybe the energy of the song, and I'm like, okay, I want to do something like this.
Yeah.
And I take my own approach on it. But usually, majority of the time, I just go in the studio and just kind of do whatever I feel, like in my head, in my heart, whatever I picture in my head, put that on paper. And then once I get that going, I get the little stank face going. Like, oh, yeah, it's going hard.
yeah.
Boom, boom. So I start writing,
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I love that, man. I feel you. Did you start writing in the high school level, or was it already when you're transcending into adulthood, or was it even before high school when you were writing to hip hop?
I think my earliest song that I wrote to was, I want to say, 9th grade. I
Freshman.
was like 14, 13.
Yeah.
I think I still have that song actually somewhere in my files, miscellaneous files. But yeah, it was one of my first written ones.
Chop it up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was what it was, But that was my earliest memory of me actually writing
Yeah, no, yeah,
song.
no. That you could always bring it back and chop it up into a newer one, and then your progression. One of those things. We brought up Mr. Little One.
Yeah.
That we were listening to Mr. Little One when we were running around in the streets, and now Mr. Little One. When I hear him, he's very a lot more. When hip hop has evolved,
Yeah.
so his lyricism has changed as he changed.
True.
So just when you were saying like, hey, that's when you were in ninth grade, you were writing to that. That's all gravy, homie.
Yeah.
It's all gravy, man. Because it's dope to see the growth and the change, and be like, all right, you're not gonna ride a bicycle and just getting on the bike, bro. You got to pedal. You got to fall a couple times. You got to learn. You got to find your ways about it, and that's with music.
True.
You know, has anybody ever told you a certain way about approaching music and that you felt like, wait a minute, this is not who I am? Has anybody ever growing in this music industry, going in and making music, has anybody ever been like, not to be negative, but like, oh, rap like this, rap like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it anonymous. I won't say the names. And it's not anything bad. It's just it's certain individuals. They'll know who they are. They're probably looking at. We're gonna see this video and be like, oh, he's talking about me. And yeah, they're kind of just more like they try to keep me with like what we're accustomed to. Like you know, like growing up, we hear like Chicano music, like the flow, the cadence, and all that. You know, they didn't say do it like that. They just say try doing something like that. Just kind of like they wanted to hear me say it, but they kind of was, I guess maybe suggesting that I should take that approach.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of that it's in our culture, and I see you as a hip hop head.
Oh,
you know, I hear your music, and it's like driven from like certain things from the streets. It's very, very street music, right?
That's dope, man. Thank you. That's a compliment.
No, it's true. And when I hear you, I'm hearing like, all right, so the song 775, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I like this. When you're talking about, I believe you were saying that we're 49th on the
educational.
I was like, damn, what the fuck is going on? I was like, gosh, damn, man. I was like, that's right next to us, homie. What the hell? 49th. Yeah. But for you to be that woke, to wanting to see a change, to wanting to be, instead of like going out there, I killed 50 motherfucker, blah, 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 and I'm throwing up my set, da, 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 da. And we do take pride in our culture. We do take pride in our people, and we embrace our people, but we also evolve in a way where like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to uplift this, like that. And you don't want to get stuck in the, I'm only known for an uplifting music. Yeah. It's just real music. Yeah. Sometimes you got to uplift, and sometimes you got to check motherfuckers.
That's
you got to be able to do your thing, man. So yeah, man. Can we get into a song?
That's 100% fine with me.
Shit, Cookser. Can you do the honors? What you feel like listening to?
Oh, you mentioned 775. Why not start with that?
Oh, that's a dope introduction, my G.
Shout out the hometown.
FernNV, still authentic. Cookser, Hits 101 Radio Sunday School Show. Yo, we back with a Sunday School Show, still authentic. Right here with FernNV, man. Pretty clear how you got your name, G. And I like it that, you know, you represent it, man. And then the terminology, I've heard you flip it a couple times. NV with an NV. Yeah. And I was all like, okay, man. What made you choose that name, which is a staple already?
Oh man, thank you for mentioning that. I feel like I matter now. So the NV just pretty much, it was pretty simple. I mean, my name's Fernando, my legal name, my government name.
Right.
Yeah. So and then I usually get called Fern a lot. That's like my nickname around my friends. They just started putting me, as Fern.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously I'm from Nevada, so I was like, all right, cool. When I was thinking of names, I was like, I don't know, like Fern was already taken, like just Fern. There's another artist out there, Fern.
No way.
Yeah, like literally just Fern. I'm like, okay.
Bro, I think there's like over 1,000 of them.
I guess, bro. It was all taken. So I'm like, well, what's legally acceptable? So I was like, FernNV, and I'm like, okay, it wasn't taken. Cool. But
it's like creating an email. You know how you put fern@hotmail.com? They're already taken, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a one.
Yeah,
one hyphen.
That one's taken too.
For real.
Next thing you know, you're all the way back to zero.
Yeah. For real.
Fern 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9.
Yep. So it's pretty straightforward, just my nickname and my state where I'm from.
Yeah. I like that, man. And then the 2 up, 2 down. I like that. And I was like, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. I was it's very, very dope. That's all. Like, man, I was trying to see a logo for you.
Oh snap! Okay.
So I was trying to envision what would work with FernNV because I think it's dope, man. I there's so many ways you could flip the NV and still represent you. You know what I mean? So you'll be driving one day and be like, that's what that motherfucker was talking about. I got it.
I got it now.
I got it. Good looking out, Authentic.
For real. Shout out Authentic.
So, question real quick. Where do you go to record? Do you record at home with the are you still using Fruity Loops?
I still use Fruity Loops. That's what I know best. Yeah.
For your vocals and everything?
Everything. Yeah, from start to finish. That's what I use.
And at home?
At home, yeah. When the heater, nothing's running, because then you got the background white noise. Like,
yeah. That's why we did the AC, man. We turned it off real quick, you know. And I was all like, hell yeah, man. Cook, so what you thinking so far, my brother?
Yeah, man. I'm here just listening, observing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Growing up in Reno, man, how was that like? What was what's a day for you?
Like as like my current age, like around this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just nothing crazy, honestly. The only thing that Reno has now that's notable is just the inflation of, or the influx of California people going that way. You know? It's just a bunch, like, everybody's going to Reno for some reason.
Damn, those California people.
Yeah,
they're ruining for everybody.
People that have to work from office or they get they get to work from home.
They work from home. They're the ones that are moving out.
Yeah, and I see that a lot. I said, man, you could go anywhere as long as you have the internet.
True.
You know,
True.
If you need to be doing logistics over the
the internet, the internet is your main source.
True.
Yeah, are they opening up a lot of factories over there?
Yeah, I think the main reason why people started going that way is because the Tesla and the Panasonic they built that out there like in 2017. Mm-hmm. So we started seeing people from Cali, especially like NorCal, just going that way for work. Was the main reason, you know?
Yeah, we have a homeboy that does logistics, and he was working for Panasonic.
Oh, yeah?
Just like that, like you said, he went to Panasonic to Motorola, and then when they shifted from California, they moved to Nevada, and they offered him a position, but he stayed. He was like, "No, man, no,
yeah, us Cali folks, the world's gonna end, and we're still gonna stay here." You know what I mean?
For real, they make it impossible, man.
Yeah, like the Cali folk, they just want to stay. People that have the nerve to move out of state.
How much is gas? And they'll be like, "Nah, I'm still staying.
I'm still staying. The rent's due, and it's over. Like 2 times more than the price of any other state.
I'll tell you what, though, Reno ain't got tacos al pastor like they do in LA.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
Man. Tell us about that, man. How was it? Did you try some today while you were out here? Did you
they have some stuff in Vegas. I heard about some taqueria. They're pretty good, man.
I think
they
there's
say Tacos del Gordo, is it?
I've never been there. I heard it's
Gordo,
cool.
Yeah,
I also heard
they have it there in Vegas. Yeah.
The line.
Yeah, their line is crazy. I was like, nah. We were out in LA for a couple. Well, actually, just yesterday. Yeah. I was thinking about the last trip I came over here. Yeah, we were out in LA, and it's just we gotta go. We got all the spots. We hit this one spot off of Alameda and Florence over by in HP. That's where I stay at when I go out that way.
Yeah, Huntington Park.
That's right. That's the area I know best. That's where I was, taken as a kid. Yeah,
that's still hood.
So we stayed over there and had those tacos. Shout out Tacos del Chino, man. They got some tacos al pastor that are fire, bro.
Nice.
Fire.
Yeah, man. We got some bomb ass spots over here, and it's so hard, man, because you want to hit up every single spot.
Yeah, for real.
For reals, man. And they got some bomb ass mariscos. In Santa Ana, we got a bomb ass mariscos one right there on Chestnut. Is it Chestnut or Pine? Right there.
Oh, you're talking about the lunch truck.
The lunch truck, yeah, that's what it is.
Los Corrales, Los Corrales lunch truck. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man. My boy from Oklahoma came down, and then that was a spot. He was like, first thing, or before I leave, he said, "We need to go. We need to go."
Yeah, he grew big, literally. Like homeboy grew big. Shout out to my compadre. Yeah,
come on, dog.
He widened a little bit.
He widened a
little bit. Not on the podcast.
I'm putting for a blast. Sorry, compadre.
He went 16 by 9. He went wide
He went from size 36 to size 50.
Oh, man.
Shit,
full blast, man. Y'all cold.
Hey, that's how we do it, though, homie, dog. You gotta tell the truth sometimes,
No. What kind of additives are they putting on the burgers?
I went from size 30 to 36, but I'm a little bit on the edge of 38. Pero este vato went to size 50.
They don't make solo pants like that.
He went astronomical proportions.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. That wasn't me, dog.
Shout out, compadre. Got love for you, bro.
Yeah, man. We're going to keep it nameless. But so how's the hip-hop scene over there in Reno?
There's actually there's a few artists that I've known of that are starting to kind of come up, at least within the city. I'm not sure what they're doing career wise, but I've seen some other artists trying to do something out there. So I mean, it's nothing crazy. I mean, nobody that I know of has made it out of Reno. Not saying that I have or I will, but you never really hear about. Oh yeah, that rapper's from Reno. He put it down for Reno. Like you guys got like SoCal got like Lil Rob from SD, Shadow, Little One. That's SD.
Yeah.
Then you got like LA rappers. So and so and so. Like, but like Nevada. I mean, the only one I know is Nevada is like Duende from Vegas though, and Clique got one. Okay. So they're from Vegas, but Reno is the opposite end of Vegas. Yeah, people think Reno and Vegas are like an hour apart, bro. It's a 6-hour drive.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
that's just crazy. I know when we go to Vegas a lot, and I always trip out on Reno. I was like, as far as the hip hop scene, I always think about it. And like I told you earlier, we were in Henderson. We did a show with Dolly Girl and MB Riders. Big Gemini was out there, and it was packed with raza.
Yeah? Damn.
It was popping.
Oh yeah,
it was popping, man. And so I was just like, man, this is crazy, man. It sold out.
Oh,
the
nice.
spot. I think the spot where the capacity was 500. Maybe they had 700 people there.
Oh man,
they had a lot of. They pushed the limits, and it was hot.
Fucking congrats, inside. Man. Congrats selling out. That's dope.
Oh yeah, shouts out to Henderson, man. It was love.
Yeah.
It was love, man, and they embraced it, man. How has been the reception for you as far as when you put your music out there, and as far as like people listening to it, they'll be like, "Yo, is this you?"
Man, well, I mean, the people that have heard my songs and they process it. There's some that just kind of bob their head, but I feel like everybody eventually kind of comes to realization that there's something behind just the words and the beat. Because I've gotten feedback like, "Dude, like that was dope," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Like, no, that was dope. Like, I actually heard what you were saying. Like, that was dope. I'm like, "Oh, thanks. Well, that's why I make it, so you guys can, get something going in your head, like start thinking,
Yeah.
So pretty much it's always been all positive feedback. I haven't really had anything constructive criticism wise or negative yet,
Yeah. No. The reason I'm saying, because when I was listening to your music, I would like you have a song called Woke.
Yeah.
And then I was all like listening. That was one of the last songs I had listened to.
Okay.
And I'm going through your library, and I'm listening to your songs. I'm like, yo, this it's really dope that you're enlightened with certain things, with certain situations, and you're not just stuck on one thing. You're actually bringing light towards like, hey, we got to fix this. This is dope. Let me this and that, and people are gonna have to listen to you to know what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want them to listen to.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, let's give them another taste of one other song. What else you want to get?
You want the unreleased or the ones we already have in the?
The one you want to do something unreleased?
This is something unreleased for
unreleased? Okay, well, we got.
Let's get into it, man. Oh yeah, we got the Remedy in the building. FernNV, the Remedy. I like that. Hey man, so props on your music, man. I personally love your music. For the reason being, the reason being I love your music, my G, is because you are a fusion of West Coast hip hop, Chicano music, and where it's headed. I could probably say that, my G.
You gonna make me cry, man.
Stop it, dog. Stop it, man. Because we are Chicanos, you know. I mean, we are. I'm pretty sure you know Spanish from the moment I was talking. Yeah, you were getting all the lingo.
Yeah.
Say it, Cookie. Say it.
I ain't saying nothing.
Say it, Cookie. Well, me Español, my Russian is better than my Spanish.
Oh, snap.
What?
Poquito.
Really?
No, I was saying, we all Chicanos,
We're
bro.
all Mexican at heart, man.
Yeah. my brother cooks are. He's
Language
really good.
don't mean anything.
But no, man, it's dope. Have you rapped in Spanish? You've said
I have
a few words.
Yeah, I have a full Spanish song on the album coming out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's full Spanish from start to finish.
Yeah. On the album, man.
Yeah.
And we were talking off air. I was getting some intel.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm over here. You said you recorded almost. Is it a dub tracks? 20 tracks, or how many you got?
I have like 20 plus sitting in the archives that are unreleased, like the couple you just heard. But the album's only gonna have 10 releasing.
Yeah, so you just narrowed it down.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you gonna go with the vision for the album, or are you gonna just drop album singles on the this is a dope one, this is dope, this is dope? Yeah. Are you gonna go that route, or are you gonna tell a story through the album?
I think it's just kind of the first album. I feel like kind of like what the like the trend is, or like the theme is just kind of a little bit of like versatility, just kind of a little
Yeah.
bit of different flow,
Show you
different
what I'm doing.
cadence.
Yeah.
With everything still aligned. My main focus is to make non-explicit music. So
Okay.
no, that whole album's not explicit. There's not a single curse word or profanity or any kind of vulgar
How come though, bro?
language. Just because that's a good question. Look, he's smiling. He's like, I got
No,
the golden
no.
question.
It's cool. I mean,
The main reason is just because
because I know a lot of people need a cuss because it's fillers, like, oh, I got to cuss, so I have to fill in this.
Yeah,
Oh,
puts in
where
a
can I
bar.
fill this in the filler? I could put motherfucker and fucking.
that word takes like 3 bars, man.
Yeah,
You can drag
yeah,
that out.
And it takes like 30% of your vocabulary.
Yeah. So I like to challenge myself is a big thing, and then also I like having music with the message,
Yeah.
So I want everybody to be able to listen to. I want a little 8-year-old, 6-year-old to listen to my music without their parent be like, what is that? ¿Qué es eso? Why are you listening to?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't be listening to that in my house, So I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
I just want to make music that's friendly to all age groups and all
Told you, Cookie.
ethnicities and everything.
You didn't tell me anything.
I told you.
You didn't tell me anything.
I told you already.
Back in the 90s.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, back in my day when I used to walk 3 miles,
Damn.
no shoes.
It was sour
kidding.
cream by the time I got home.
Rappers used to record 2 of them, the explicit one and the
edited
clean
version.
one
Yeah.
for the radio. They don't do that anymore. But
One of my
I
favorite
respect
ones
that,
was
bro.
Vodka.
That's pretty
Thank you,
cool,
thank
man. Rap doesn't have to have explicit language to get your message across. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Will Smith didn't have to curse.
Well, you have to mention that dude all the time, dude. Damn.
No, that's an Eminem bar.
But
That Eminem, he said Will Smith didn't have to cuss to sell records. Well, I do. So,
yeah,
Dude.
but that fool burned himself, dude.
Yeah, Will Smith, pobrecito, man. I heard Jada hit him up.
Who's that?
Jada Pickett Smith.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
No,
she's still
they're
talking
just-
about Tupac.
They were just clowning
yeah.
Jada, man. That was wrong of them.
That sucked, dude. When I kind of remind her of her ex vato,
Man,
I
That's
know,
crazy.
man. It wasn't her vato. It was her best friend, her soul.
Supposedly,
friend,
but
soul friend.
I think
So-
Tupac sí se la tronó.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Tupac
man.
handle, homie.
Um,
Yeah.
what are your musical influences? As
Like
far as-
artists?
Yeah, artists.
Oh man, so I grew up listening to a little bit of everything. I didn't get hate yet because the video hasn't been released, but I'm gonna get hate when it releases. One of my artists that I was able to listen to as far as Chicano, like Hispanic goes, as a youngin was SPM. Because I couldn't listen to
okay.
like Criminal, Capone. I couldn't listen to those artists growing up because my mom was like, "You ain't gonna listen to
SPM
that
is
stuff."
he tends to be a controversial figure.
He's very controversial whenever
Yeah.
you mention his name, But that's what I grew up listening to. I'm not gonna lie about it,
Yeah,
So
no,
it's just
that's
that's
cool.
who I had kind of influence growing up, like that Texas stuff, Lucky Luciano, all that Houston type music. And once I got older, and I was like, "No, mom, I'm gonna listen to what I want to." I started listening to like Conejo, Criminal, that dude Diablo with the Y. Just a lot of Chicano artists because I was
Yeah.
able to kind of pick what I wanted to hear. Yeah.
I like Criminal a lot. I like Criminal. Obviously, Uno's family and Mr. Shadow.
Yeah.
Shouts out to them.
Shout out them.
And then, but yeah, man, we grew up in the hip hop. Hip hop like ODM,
Okay.
Lighter Shade of Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I give props to your parents though,
Hey,
because
thanks.
you're very educated.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank
very,
you.
very
You went to university, bro?
philosophical.
Yeah, I went to the University of I'm just playing.
Ah, come on, man.
Nah, man, I ain't got no education.
Nah, you don't need to, bro.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, college. I mean, he's got. You don't have to go to college.
No, you have to get
YouTube
college
it
to get
now.
knowledge.
Yeah, for real, you too.
Yeah,
YouTube and
TED
internet.
Talks.
I got a
Internet
YouTube
talks.
degree.
Yeah, YouTube, all that stuff. But nah, man, that's what's up, man. I like that you still listen to our essence of Chicano hip hop,
No.
and but you definitely sound hip hop where it's nowadays, where it's with some dope bar work. And then the beats that you've chosen kind of tell me about who you are.
Hey, thanks.
How do you go about that though? About choosing those certain beats?
Well, the beach is kind of like I've mentioned, not to you obviously, but I get this question asked a lot. So I'm like, I'm trying to recall what I said exactly. And the beat selection just kind of goes with whatever I feel at the moment, And I hop on a keyboard and I always pull up a piano. Like on FL Studio, the stock piano plugin is FL Keys. So I just pull that up and I just start whatever I hear in my head melody. I just I don't have any piano.
Self-taught?
I guess I don't even know how to play piano, but I just make them. I hear a melody and I put it on paper and I record it. Boom, boom, boom.
You know, the best musicians are not classically trained.
Yeah,
That's on the
true.
real, bro.
Oh snap! All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little
classically trained people, they just play whatever's on notation, but they can't. They don't have the ability to.
Like create.
I still want to learn how to read music.
Yeah, I don't know. how
Yeah,
to
they could
music.
read music, they could play
Yeah.
music, but they won't be able to improvise music.
And my boy, he
And-
plays the
and-
guitar
and-
really well. This guy,
Yeah,
cooks it.
yeah, I can play a little bit here and
Oh,
there,
man.
but improvisation is the best way to like you're doing it, you know.
He remixed
Okay.
one of my songs in the guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like it'd be
We're-
dope.
We're still set to record it.
Yeah, like-
Did you sell the guitar? Or you still have it?
No, I sold the one that
sold the
also
bass.
that's supposed to lend you. He didn't
He was
respond
supposed
me
to
to
lend
it.
me one,
Yeah.
man. But
I told him I got this guitar, but you know the homie took years to respond, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
sell it. You know what I mean?
I
Oh,
did,
man.
man. I don't think I could do probably drums. I could do a beat in my head, just like what you were saying. And
Yeah.
when I'm in the what is it? I forgot the MIDI.
MIDI keyboard?
The MIDI keyboard. I
Yeah.
could do something with it, and then I
Okay.
could download the sounds and imitate certain sounds or come
Nice.
up with the sounds in my head. But I won't be able to remember them when you press record.
Hey, for real, be like that.
For real, dude, we going through that, man. So I reach out to my homeboys that are experts on it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, dog, how much? Boom, 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 boom. I'd rather pay than
Yeah.
to frustrate myself. I hire the best in the business. So shouts
Nice.
out to Cesar Rodriguez. man.
Hey,
And so
Shout out.
when it comes to
Show.
creativity, how do you
Rodriguez
come across
show.
like do you get like some kind of something like lights up real quick for you, and then you have to go to the studio, or do you have to be in like in your FL studio to do it? You know.
With the writing, I can hear it like maybe sometimes I'll just like with writing, I'll hear a song on the radio and I'll be like, I like this tempo, you know, like it might not be the song itself, but the tempo. I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta start writing. I got a flow, like a cadence that I can use. But with the making the beats part, it's kind of just I go open the program on FL, you know, and I'll pull up the keyboard and I'll kind of just be like, what sounds dope, you know, just kind of like let's pull something out like creativity. But usually, I'm gonna tell you what it is. My secret. It's not really secret.
Well,
It's
we're going to put it out there. Before you tell us, just FYI, it's going to be out there.
It's substance abuse. Not just playing. It's I just coffee. I don't know what it is.
Hell yeah,
Coffee,
man.
bro.
I told you,
A cup of coffee just gets me
You
going.
didn't tell me anything. Man.
I told you, dog. You're just like me.
Who?
Undeniable.
Hey.
Shouts out, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Coffee just like
Man.
it just gets me like my brain flowing. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
How you drink your how you drink your coffee, G?
Hey, man,
Like-
you just opened up a can of worms.
I
Yeah.
don't drink coffee with creamer. I drink creamer with coffee.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
Okay.
look, look. All that
Yeah,
creamer.
look, look.
Yeah, I drink it straight black, homie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
Damn, you just straight OG over here. Just
Hey, man. Hold on. Pump
I
your
think
chest.
when you
Pump
reach
your
your,
chest. Pump your chest.
hey, loco, when you reach your 40, I remember when I see older about to be drinking black coffee. What the fuck are you drinking black coffee? I understand now, you know.
that's
Have
crazy.
you ever had Turkish coffee?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're gonna
Where
need
would
a lot of
you
creamer.
would you go get your
Yeah.
coffee at, G?
At home, I Keurig just pop a pot in, pop,
Oh,
brew
yeah.
it.
No,
Let's go.
man.
Let's get to work. I do like 6 cups of coffee right before I do
Oh,
sessions sometimes,
damn,
bro.
dog.
What? At like 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, it's better than Monster drinks and fucking energy drinks and shit.
That's
you know?
facts, yeah.
So I get my most ideas. The most creative is when I wake up,
Okay, right in the
and
morning.
it's when I make a cup
Yeah,
of coffee.
he opens his he opens the curtains. The birds can't start coming over.
Too much TMI. Cook.
TMI,
Yeah.
bro.
TMI.
He has fruits and vegetables at his house.
I bring him
Man.
fruits from my house.
Oh
yeah?
yeah, some bomb ass pears, homie.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
I got Chinese pears. I got
Shit.
pomegranates. I got what are the persimmons?
You got the
man.
you got the forbidden fruit there too.
The forbidden
You
fruit.
got the bougie fruits at your house,
Yeah,
man.
the avocados.
Eat
and-
fruit. You got the
Man.
fruit of evil over there.
Oh, I do have the guayabas, but they're the green ones. They're
Oh,
not the pink.
snap.
They're not the
Okay.
pink ones. So I have to make jam. I have to
snap.
melt some sugar and saute, and then I make raspados for the kids.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh
That's
damn, damn.
None for you. No soup for you. Hey man, let's get into another track by my brother right here.
We got
FernNV,
woke.
man.
We got woke.
Hey.
Yeah, woke. Okay.
Don't cancel me.
Next, they don't cancel me. Oh yeah, we back with it. Sunday school show, still authentic. Right here with FernNV. My brother Cookser. Man, we like that woke stuff, man. We like the woke. We just, it's a tough one, man. And then we got in. What's the last one we just listened to right now?
The one we just heard right now was Fernie Lokes.
Bernie Lokes, and that was one of your first public songs.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's a throwback.
How was it when you were gonna put it out? Were you were afraid? I was like, damn, should I put it out? Is it ready? How many listens did you give it to it? How many mixes did go into it before you released it?
Man, I'm a perfectionist, so like I stress myself out. I'll listen to things like a million times before I'm like, okay, it's good to go.
Yeah.
It took like maybe a good week of after everything was finished to be like, I gotta listen to, I gotta tweak this, I gotta tweak that. And I finally was just like, all right, let's just send it. I mean, I think if you focus too much on perfection, you never attempt,
You'll never be happy.
And you never try, If you're always trying to be perfect, sometimes you're just afraid to try because you're afraid of messing up. And then you won't make any progress in life.
We're still waiting for that detox, Dr. Dre. We still are. But nah, I feel you on that, man. Did you give it that car test? Did you get how do you listen to your music? Do you go from where you're recording it to the car, or like, hey, put this on the big speakers? How do you go about it?
That song was like my first one, and I was so inexperienced as far as I feel like how I am now with experience. I think that one I just heard it on headphones, which are good quality, so it doesn't really match with the car speakers all the time. And then I want to say like a ion speaker, like one of those ones you drag and it's Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And it sounded decent. And then once I released it and I heard it in the car, I was like, I could have done a couple of these.
Yeah, I like the synth on that track.
What would be the best way to like listen to the track?
Not on an iPhone.
And that's true, but in the car, is it somewhere like?
Yeah, you'd want to do everything
In the car,
You
no?
want to do it in the lab where you're recording it and where you have it, and then take it out, and then go into your car, drive around with it, roll down the windows, and then try to listen to it on the whatever else you have that might be a different type of speakers.
Yeah.
My car used to have a Bose. Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
And
he had
it
a
was
benzo.
The big boy, man. But it was when I would listen when I was Cooks was laughing.
He had a benzo.
So what, man? It was an '80s Benzo, but it was still a Benzo.
It was a 2000. It was a 2000, dude. It was the nicest car I've been in.
Oh yeah.
We good, we good.
It was like a 15-year-old car with leather interior. I mean, it was nice, dude.
Hey, some old lady took care of that car.
Hey,
Hell yeah, dude.
I bought it wood grain.
Wood grain and everything, bro.
Classic.
I know, man. That motherfucker. I gave it to my brother, and he traded it in for a Honda.
Oh.
You know what? I
good.
realize when it comes to siblings, never give your shit to your brother. Because,
Real.
you know what I mean? Because
I love my
at the end of the day, he's going to fucking flip it for something.
He didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Flip it for a carrot cake.
Oh, shit. He flipped that. It was an S500, by the way.
Nice.
So
That
it
was
was
a player.
cool.
That was a
It was
player.
cool, man. But it had a Bose system, but it was more like a theater system.
Yeah, I think bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did bump, but when I would play something out here, ding, ding, and I was like, "What the hell? What is that?" And it was something I never listened to. It was
Yeah.
we listened to DJ Quick on it a lot.
Okay.
Balance and Options, one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
And I was like, ding, and I was like, what the hell is that? And once in a while I'd be, on 420 friendly.
Yeah.
So I rolled down the window, like, I turned on the sound, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I turned it up again, ding, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And it was actually the Bose system
Oh snap.
picking up the all the instruments on it, and I was like, shouts out to DJ Quick, man. But that's why the car system now I let the engineer do their work, and then they send me the music, and I'll be like, I'll listen to it in different cars that I have now. No Mercedes. No Mercedes, man. I'm happy with my Honda. And my Honda
Reliability.
it goes further. And you know what? The Camry, shouts out to the Camrys. They're
yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I rented those too. They're nice.
The Camrys are nice, man.
I rented those cars. They're nice cars.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna get next. I'm probably just gonna sit tight and rebuild a lowrider.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah. Keep my Honda running and just rebuild a lowrider. But so any future projects coming through? I know you got those tracks. Is it gonna be an album? Do you have a name for it? I'm sorry. Do you have a name for it?
Yeah, the album's it's gonna be called Envy. As the
Just
state.
Envy.
That's it.
Oh shit, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Cause it's so many meanings behind envy, man. I was like flipping that shit. You know, me being trying to, you know, being a creator, I was like, damn, this could go so many fucking ways, man. FernNV.
Yep.
And you could even what's the fern the plant?
The little fern.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
little tree,
yeah,
yo.
yeah. And I was like,
No, the
you-
fern plant.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like flipping it. I was like, damn, this guy could write children's book.
For real.
For reals.
Yeah.
And I was out like thinking about every way of it. And then on Spotify, you're there.
Yeah.
FernNV. It's Fern with the capital NV on there.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
Yeah. That's the easiest way to get is right there, man. Any shouts out before we close out the show?
Yeah, huge shout out to first and foremost, you know, my team. You know, shout out Funky Chicanos. They made a lot of this possible. Shout out to Mr. Little One, Mr. Shadow. They've helped a lot as well along the way. And you know, to my small but very loyal fan base that continues to grow. You know, a lot of people, they're just like, dude, you're dope. I just didn't know you existed.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as I found out, I was like, dude, you're dope. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it's growing. So shout out to everybody that listens to me and supports not me, but the message behind the music. That's what's most important. It's not about me. It's about the message that I bring.
Yeah, man. It's a dope outlet. It's a dope outlet for music. FernNV. Highly suggest check them out. Shouts out to Shadow, Little One. Shouts out to Reno, NV, my
Yo.
brother Cookster.
What's up, man? No, thank you for coming, bro.
I appreciate you
You
guys.
came a
It
long
felt like
way.
family
over
as soon as he came in.
yeah, you know, like we had to
Yeah.
welcome him. You know, he came a long way. We gotta make it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into the mix real quick. Sunday School Show, still authentic. FernNV, make sure you guys check them out on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, and on YouTube. You got your own page.
Yeah, I got the YouTube page as well. Instagram as well, FernNV, so FERN, and then capital NV after that, 775.
775. Let's get into some Mr. Little One.
Hey.
Oh, Mr. Lou. No
Come
doubt.
on, dog. Let's get
Shout
into the
out
mix
Uno.
real quick. Shouts out Uno. Shouts out to Flossie.
Oh, yeah, Flossie too.